Hey guys, Angry Old Man here. I just got back in from my recovery run for the week. Did 5 laps on the muddy road out in front of my house. I held just about a 10 minute and some change pace, real easy stuff, just let the body sort of bounce back. It came out to just over 7.5 miles, so pretty easy stuff today. I was feeling it in the legs. I've really been ramping up my intensity, so I can feel where I am really starting to build again. The um, disconcerting part is that you don't really see the numbers on like your data, the breakout data and stuff when you're building like this. Um, it seems to have sort of a, I don't know, some sort of a expected rhythm, and when you break that rhythm, it kind of throws it off for a little while. In any case, I do feel like I'm building again. I can feel like I'm starting to get faster, and I'm ramping my mileage up again. The week before the marathon, I was under 50 miles in, sort of the last part of my taper. The week of the marathon, it was just over 50 miles a week, and that was including the marathon itself. The week after the marathon, I took a solid recovery week. I only clocked about 17 miles. That was like a 30-minute or so, run, every day. And then I started ramping things up with a 45-mile week with some, serious runs in it, serious, intensity runs. And then to this week, I've hit 50 miles. So I'm going to try to add like another 5 miles on each week, and while increasing the intensity until I get up to about 60 miles a week. And that is where my body says that's a good maintenance mileage distance for me. If I can do 60 miles a week with a mix of speed work, long runs, recovery runs, that sort of thing, just a good, and then the bulk of things being tempo or threshold runs, I can generally show some growth, and that's what I'm hoping to do through this next cycle, is show some growth in my speed and pick up where I kind of left off before I jumped into the Marshall Marathon. When I jumped into it, my times were really good. My 5K and 10K times, they weren't exceptional, but they were very good. And I would like to become exceptional at those distances. And so it's going to be a bit of a slow climb back, but I think I can get there. It won't show on the rim to rim per se, because it's such a technical course, so much, downhill, then so much uphill. It's not going to be, I don't think, a fair assessment of raw ability. But I'm hoping within that time period, that time span, to hit a 5K or two, and maybe just, if nothing else, hit the track for, an actual track 10K, just to see what I'm capable of. No competitors, no, just me, the stopwatch, and fate, and all that stuff. Anyway, uh, I do have one thing I want to address this week, and that's let's all remember, we're runners. We're, you know, we may be vegans, hardcore hunters. We may be Christians or atheists. We might be Democrats, Republicans, Libertarians. We might be a host of different things that are contradictory and should not typically get along very well together. But I think above all those things, we're runners. I think there comes a time and a place to set those things aside and just be runners. There are times when people can disagree and they can argue, but in our running forums, I think we need to maybe throttle back on that. I try not to bring political, religious, uh, you know, just general, any kind of real activism into the running stuff on this channel. And I'm going to push very hard not to do that. Likewise, I'm not going to thump somebody on the head who chooses to do that, but just don't expect me to jump on board with you when we're wearing our running garb. That's just not me. Um, so, as a broad word, as a broad sort of umbrella, I do try to avoid those things here, and I would appreciate folks if they would avoid those things as well. Um, there's a lot of people in our running community who do it for the love of the sport, for the love of the activity, and the love of the people in it. They aren't paid; they just do it. Um, the vast majority of us here are not professionals. We're simply enthusiasts. Granted, there are some exceptionally talented amateurs and even semi-pros in our groups, but fundamentally, we're all just here because we want to be here. Um, one of the things that I learned in my years of service in the United States Navy was there is no force greater than an all-volunteer force. Um, any force that is essentially all conscript, people who are doing something because they are forced to do or have to do, will not have the zeal, will not have the drive or the general esprit de corps of those who are there because they choose to be there. And that's the vast majority of our running community. Let's not kick them around, or let's not, chase them away. You don't want to chase away the people who are your closest allies and your best friends. I don't think I have ever once asked somebody about their politics or their religious affiliation if I see them struggling on a race course, or if something's amiss. And I think that extends beyond just the racing and into other elements of our racing community. But that was my piece on the issue. I'd appreciate your comments on it or your opinions. Anybody that would like to say something about that, feel free. We can discuss it in a mature and polite manner. I can be very curt at times, but generally I choose not to be. And I think that we get much better discourse when we are more calm and measured in our responses. So thank you all, guys. I appreciate everybody out there, those of you who really do drive the engine of the running community around here, and you are appreciated. And all the runners. I mean, without runners, you can't have a running community. So, in any case, guys, thanks a lot. I appreciate all of you. I hope you have a very nice day. Let me know how your runs are going and your programs. I do like to see and read about those. I really, genuinely do like to hear people's stories, so let me know. And as I always say, guys, run angry, my friends.